Hi, David here, and I'm just really excited about celebration coming up August 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th in Phoenix, Arizona, and we have some really special guests. One of them standing right here, who's been around Isagenix for 10 years, John. Can you believe it?
It's amazing how time flies when you're having a good time. I started Isagenix when it just started 10 years ago. My life has been changed. My health is great. My energy is better. Everything changed as I got better nutrition in my life. And I was so excited about it after I lost about 10 pounds in a couple of weeks. I called up my good friend Jack Canfield to change his life, and once again, he changed my life.
No, what really happened is John called me. You were writing a book called The Mars and Venus Diet and Exercise Solution. And I said, what the heck do you know about exercise and diet? You're the relationships guy.
Not much.
You're the relationships guy. And he said, no, I'm finding out that people, if they don't have the right nutrition, talking about serotonin and dopamine in the brain, they can't hold the consciousness to create great relationships. And then he said, oh, and by the way, I lost 10 pounds. I said, really? I need to lose 10 pounds. So I got on the Isagenix program. I lost 30 pounds in about 35 days. I mean, it was a miraculous. Everyone started saying to me, how'd you lose all that weight? And I told them. And they said, well, why aren't you signing me up? I said, I'm not even involved. I said, well, I ought to be. This is pretty easy. So I got involved in Isagenix. I've been involved 10 years as well. So I'm excited that we're now at our 10th year anniversary. We're at a billion point three.
1.3 billion. We're just hitting momentum now, Jack. And I suppose, John, why should someone come to Celebration? Why should
I'm totally excited. I'm jazzed. I come to Celebration because you get all inspired. All this information comes in. You see all these walking testimonials. You see people who are making a good living at it, making millions of dollars at it. But more importantly, you see people that are happy and healthy as a result of it. For me, that's the key thing. Is that where Jack was saying, "Gee, how much money he's making," I'm saying how much love making I'm making.
but Jack, personally,
he's doing it too. I checked earlier.
He has the video camera. but Jack, you talk about personal transformation. I mean, obviously with Isagenix, we've seen transformations in all areas. How does that feel for you to be a part of a company that's really transforming at that kind of level?
Well, I always said if you have a company that has a charismatic leader, a good product, a cause they care about, and you've got motivation and personal growth happening, which you've brought a lot of that to the company, and so did John early on, and I when I came involved, is that you've got the best of all worlds. You're developing better life, better relationships, better health. You're increasing your wealth. You're making a difference in the lives of others. And because I love to inspire people and empower them to live their highest vision, which is Isagenix is also about, I've loved being involved with that. And I've been healthier and happier and wealthier as a result of it. So I thank you for that, John. And ever since I've gotten to know you and the work you're doing, I mean, you've brought it into a whole new mode of a human development experience for people as well as just the health aspect. So I don't know anything. I love to go to these conventions, these gatherings together, because you hear these exciting, inspiring stories. People that, used to, people who worked in copper mines, people that were butchers are now making millions of dollars a year. Yeah. I mean, where else can you do that? That's really exciting.
And with families, that's what Isagenix is an extended family. You've been part of the family for 10 years. You're both going to be presenting at Celebration. John, I know that you're one of my favorite people on stage. I mean, it's not just you make me laugh and it's fun and it's easy, but it's real stuff you can take back to the bedroom, take back to your life. Can you give us a little sneak peek, maybe what's coming this year?
Oh, absolutely. Well, once you understand how Isagenix works, the nutrition, how it affects the brain, then you can see how that affects relationships. Today, women's stress levels are twice as high as men's. And to understand the consequences of that is huge. Anybody who's married understands that consequence. Your wife's overwhelmed all the time. Well, the bottom line is that's because of the deficiency of a brain chemical called serotonin. The amino acids in the shakes, plus the minerals, activate the production of serotonin in the brain. To be able to understand this motivates us and helps us to inspire other people to do good things for their life and for their relationships. Likewise, for us men, as we get older, our dopamine levels start to drop. And dopamine is the brain chemical that has to do with focus and motivation and interest. Some days you don't even know your wife's alive. You're just watching TV. That's low dopamine. What we want to do is provide the extra nutrition so the body can easily make dopamine, and to understand what that does, how to motivate ourselves, how to motivate others. And the key thing about talking about dopamine production is going to the celebration. It's an inspiration for everybody To be inspired is to see that which resonates with your highest purpose in life. And that's what you'll get to enjoy. I resonate with my highest purpose, but when I'm standing next to Jack Canfield and this guy, my purpose enriches. It's like comes alive even more. That's the power of collectivity. People coming together, sharing and supporting each other. We leave on a high that gradually diminishes, so next year we come back to another celebration and celebrate what we've done.
And Jack, I just want to talk to you. You're always on the cutting edge of personal transformation. I know you've got a new book come out that's really doing incredibly well.
Yeah, we just had a new book come out called Tapping into Ultimate Success. And
I'm doing the tapping technique right now. I do it every day. Jack Canfield taught me how to do it.
You should have seen him before he started doing this. It was
I
really
was
bad.
a mess before that. So now I got my taps in.
So, but anyway, this book is about how to use tapping to overcome the limiting beliefs and the emotions like fear of rejection and so forth that get in the way of us being the natural, charismatic salespeople that we are, that enrolls people out of our passion and our own personal experiences with the products that Isagenix has. So this is a new technology in the last 10 years. It's speeded up everything. Literally what used to take weeks and weeks and weeks of therapy or transformational trainings can be done in 7 to 10 minutes. So I'll be sharing some of that with you as well as some other new concepts and principles of success. And I look forward to helping you take your life to the next level in all the things we've been talking about, both personal, professional, and economic and health and so forth. So I'm excited. This is going to be fun.
And I'm excited too, and I'm going to help you bring your relationships to the next level up, because in our relationships, regardless of whether the nutrition, regardless of how well our brains are working, we still have to understand the differences between men and women. And so often what I hear as a therapist and as a teacher is that women don't feel appreciated. And you ask the husband, do you appreciate her? He says, of course, I can't live without her. And she goes, well, what is that gender gap? What's going on there? So man, you'll learn how to communicate in a way so your wife actually feels the appreciation that you have for her. And women, you'll be able to communicate the messages so he feels successful, because when men are successful, they get more dopamine, they're more motivated. So we'll take your relationships to a higher level as well.
And I'm going to be your fun doctor, making sure we have a great time while we're there. We have a lot in common, but 3 things we have in common. We all use the Isagenix products. We have them in our bodies every day. We're all going to be at Celebration together. And the other thing is, will you be there? Make sure that you don't just come alone, is that you bring your teams there. It's because if someone doesn't come, it's because they don't understand the value of being there. So share this with people. Let them know it's important, and that we're not just attracting some of the greatest minds in personal transformation, but some of the greatest leaders, you guys. So we'll see you at Celebration. This is the 10th year anniversary. And from Jack, from John, and myself, we'll see you in Phoenix.